I did it.
Did what?
I watched all the Marvel movies for Infinity War.
Oh, holy crap, dude, really?
Yeah!
Okay, but we already watched Infinity War. There's like 3 more movies that came out, and we're all hyped for Endgame now. Comes out in like a couple days.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's watching. Anyways, yeah, did you really watch them all?
Well, I mean, I watched your recap. You should do more of those.
I'm not passionate about any other movie series other than the MCU, so, probably not.
Oh.
Watch the damn movies!
Okay. What is this Endgame, anyways?
You son of a... Only the final conclusion to a 10-year buildup that I and many other people have been waiting for in the event that our unhealthy obsessions for this franchise will be fulfilled and satisfied.
Oh.
Anyways, I can't watch this movie with you.
Wait, what the frick? Why not?
You won't understand some things.
So what?
So what? You expect me to go see probably what's going to be one of the greatest movies ever made from one of the greatest franchises ever made with you? Someone who has only seen my recap that did a lot better than I thought it would for said franchise?
I mean, yeah.
We've been through this before.
Fine. I'll go watch the damn movies.
There's no time.
I have plenty of time.
You know what? Let me just save you the trouble. How about this? I'll just explain the 3 movies that came out and then we can go watch Endgame. But you have to promise me that you will go watch all the Marvel movies after legally to support the creators and actors for building up this entire world for so long, creating a universe that helped not only me, but millions of people get through tough times, and to also pay respects to a truly great man, a truly great creator, and truly the greatest inspiration, Stan Lee, for creating this amazing universe we now call Marvel. God only knows what's gonna happen to the MCU after this one.
All right, it's a deal.
Okay then. In the meantime, if you haven't already and need to know basically everything starting from the movie that started it all, Iron Man, head on over to my last recap titled Basically Everything You Need to Know Before Infinity War. Then come back to this one.
Who are you talking to?
No one, shut up. Now, allow me to weave you a tale.
Why do I need a fursuit?
Alright, let me quickly refresh your memory on what these things called the Infinity Stones are. In this universe, there are 6 stones that could give a person who wields them a crap ton of power. There's the Tesseract, aka the Space Stone, the Ether, aka the Reality Stone, the Power Stone, the Time Stone, the Mind Stone, and finally, the Rhyme Stone. I'm just kidding, it's called the Soul Stone. Using this device called the Infinity Gauntlet, a person is able to harness the power of all the stones to basically do whatever the heck they want. In this case, Thanos wields the gauntlet, has one of the stone, the Power Stone, and is now on a quest to finding the rest of them. We see this quest happen in the greatest movie in the Marvel franchise so far, Avengers Infinity War. So after the credits for Thor Ragnarok, true fans stay, we see a giant ship pop out of nowhere behind Thor's ship that carried him, his new girlfriend, Hulk, and all of Asgard. They were on that ship because Thor's flat earth looking ass planet ended up getting destroyed. Reason I brought that up is because in the beginning of Infinity War, we immediately just jump into it and quickly find out that the giant ship was owned by Thanos and his homies. They board Thor's ship and just like murdered everyone, leaving Thor, Heimdall, and Loki as the last 3 survivors. Thanos grabs Thor, looks at Loki, and says, "Hey, I'ma kill this dude if you don't give me the Tesseract." But Thor interrupts him and says, "You dummy, that crap freaking blew up with my planet. Isn't that right, Loki?" "Well, not exactly. You really are the worst, brother." Thanos reaches for the Tesseract, but before he could grab it, Loki pulls a fast one and is like, "Hey, guess what? We have a Hulk." As the Hulk pops out of nowhere and just starts beating the crap out of Thanos. One of Thanos' little henchmen was about to jump in, but the other henchman was like, "Bro, it's all good. He got this." Causing the Hulk to get nerfed while Thanos literally puts him to the ground. Immediately after, Heimdall the Gatekeeper, aka Thor's bestie for life, manages to send the Hulk to Earth in order to warn the Avengers. Doing so ended up pissing off Thanos. So, Thanos, it kills him. After that, Thanos smashes the Tesseract into his gauntlet, walks over to Loki, snaps his neck, and dips. In all fairness, Loki tried to kill him first. He tried to pull an Eminem and went straight for Thanos' jugular. But remember, Loki is a god of mischief, so, could mean something, I don't know.
Wait. Didn't you say Thor had a girlfriend from the movie Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
What happened to her?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Hulk then crash lands into Doctor Strange's hideout as Brucey Boy and is like, bro, you won't believe this, thus explaining Thanos' plan to destroy half of all life. So Doctor Strange hits up Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, and is also like, bro, you won't believe this. Moments later, Thanos' homies show up demanding the Time Stone from Strange, and Strange is like, I ain't giving it to you. Seeing his friend being threatened, Tony rolls up his sleeves, looks the dudes dead in the eye, and says, if you don't leave this planet, I will personally have my friend beat you up. Go get him, Brucey! And then we find out that Bruce can't turn into the Hulk. It's unclear why, but some assume that the Hulk's either just done with Brucey Boy's bullcrap or, is scared. I don't know. Dude, really? In front of the aliens? You're embarrassing me. Meanwhile, across the city, Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, was on his way to school and sees all this happening in the distance. So, he ditches because he most likely forgot to do his homework the night before. Doctor Strange ends up getting nerfed and captured, forcing Peter and Tony to head up into space to save him. Also, Peter's got a new Spidey suit. It's shiny. I like it. Around the same time in Scotland, two of Thanos' other henchmen try jumping Wanda Maximoff, aka the Scarlet Witch, and Vision, aka Vision, who are just chilling on a date. Due to the nerfing, Wanda and Vision end up getting their asses handed to them, starting the new hip trend of Vision constantly getting stabbed. He has a freaking Infinity Stone. How the heck does Captain America then shows up and somehow beats the crap out of the two overly powered henchmen who had just taken out two of the Avengers' strongest team members? Oh yeah, also Black Widow and Bird Guy were there too. The two henchmen retreat, leaving our heroes to head back to their headquarters, where Vision comes up with the brilliant plan to have his stone on his forehead destroyed. But doing so would, how do I put this? End him! What? End me! What? End me! No! End me! But I love you! End me! The reason being is because if Vision's stone is destroyed, Thanos can't finish bedazzling his gauntlet of power, meaning the dude can't destroy half of all life. The downside is, well, Vision will die. Better than getting stabbed every 2 seconds. Little bitch. Meanwhile, in a galaxy far, far away, the Guardians, aka Star-Lord, Gamora, Teenage Groot, Drax, Rocket, and some ant-looking ass girl are just cruising around space. Getting a distress signal by a nearby ship, they decide to head over to see what the damage was. Like a bug on a windshield, Thor splats onto the scene and explains what the heck just happened. Fueled with jealousy because of how gosh darn handsome Thor is, Star-Lord decides to put their differences aside and help Thor on the quest to defeat Thanos. On the other hand, though, Thor had other plans. Yep, well, if you need me, I'll be getting a new hammer. Come, wooden rat guy! After Thor leaves, Star-Lord and the gang head over to where they stashed the Reality Stone or Power Stone, but quickly find out that, frick, the dude's already got it. Thanos then turns Star-Lord's gun into bubbles, snatches Gamora, and dips. My girlfriend. They get back to his base and Thanos is like, hey, give me the Soul Stone. And Gamora's like, no, please, no, please, no. Pretty pleased with the I won't kill your sister on top. Alright, fine. And head over to a place called Vormir where apparently the stone was. They walk up a hill and holy moly, look who it is. Frickin' Red Skull. So that's where he was beamed away to at the end of Captain America. Wish I mentioned that in my last recap. Oh well! Meanwhile, Stark and Parker successfully save Doctor Strange by throwing his captor into the vacuum of space. With no one who actually knows how to fly the ship, they crash land onto Thanos' dead homeworld, where conveniently Nebula, aka Gamora's sister, told the Guardians to meet her at. While the others develop a plan, Doctor Strange has a time seizure using the Time Stone and lets everyone know that, hey, so I just looked through a lot of outcomes right now. And, how many do we win? All of them. Haha, just kidding. We only win one. Get him! They manage to hold down Thanos as Spider-Man does everything he can to try to pull off the gauntlet, but the one person who wasn't really doing anything decides to be a snitch and lets Star-Lord know that Thanos killed Gamora, my girlfriend. Enraged, Star-Lord, instead of using his gun as a gun, whacks Thanos over the head with it, freeing him from the Avengers' grasp. I guess on the bright side is it ended up leading to probably one of the coolest fights in all of Marvel history, Iron Man versus Thanos. Seriously, YouTube this fight, you won't regret it. Sadly, the fight ended with Iron Man pulling a Vision and getting stabbed by Thanos, but before Thanos could finish the job, Doctor Strange was like, hey, if you let him go, I'll give you the Time Stone. And Thanos was like, Deal, and dips. But remember, Strange saw a lot of outcomes, like 14 million or whatever. I mean, it's no infinity, but he saw one solution, meaning he kinda knows what he's doing. Meanwhile, again, Captain America and his team meet up with Black Panther in Wakanda, and they start operating on removing the stone from Vision's head. The Avengers and all Wakandan warriors line up for battle, as Thanos' alien armada, yeah, he has one of those, also does the same. Captain America, Black Widow, and Black Panther go and have a little chat with Thanos' goobs, and I like to imagine it went a little something like this. Haha, we killed your friend. Yeah, well, we're gonna kill you. Yeah, well, you're stupid. Yeah, well, Thanos will have that stone, you little... You are in Wakanda now. Thanos will have nothing but dust and blood. Dust and blood. Dust. Wakanda forever! Thus beginning an all-out brawl between the Avengers and the I don't know what to call them. The battle was so intense. Captain America, Black Panther, the Hulk and a Hulkbuster, Black Widow, and everyone else all start fighting their damn hardest to protect Marvel's much cooler version of Earth. While this is happening, Thor is up in space successfully creating his new hammer with a giant dwarf. The tables begin to turn on the Avengers as they start getting overwhelmed by the bad guys, but just in the nick of time, Thor pops out of nowhere and flips that table back around. His new hammer literally gave him the power of being completely OP. It's ridiculous. There must have been like an OP bug flying around, because the Scarlet Witch, who was watching over Vision at the time, ended up getting her OPness back, making her want to join the battle. Doing so, though, left Vision unprotected, leading him being dragged out of bed by one of Thanos' goons, forcing him to also join the battle. Vision, not trying at all because he hates me, gets stabbed again, and both Captain America and the Hulk have to jump in and save him. In a major twist of events, Captain America gets cornered but is saved by Vision, who is able to exact revenge on Thanos' goon and end his Vision stabbing reign. Moments later, Thanos shows up looking more handsome than ever and immediately starts freaking stuff up. One by one, each Avenger takes a shot at him, but he's just too damn strong. Left with no choice, the Scarlet Witch is forced to destroy the stone on Vision's head as the Avengers continue to hold back Thanos. Captain America has one of the coolest moments in his Marvel career by literally holding back Thanos with his bare hands, taking a Thanos punch to the face like a goddamn champ, but gets knocked out. Wanda's still trying to destroy the stone, is now left alone to hold back Thanos, while Thanos slowly approaches with every second. Couple seconds of intense I love you stares later between Vision and Wanda, and boom! The stone is destroyed. Vision is dead, and Thanos' plans thwarted. Or so we thought. You remember that stone Doctor Strange gave Thanos, right? Well, that stone was the Time Stone. The power of that particular stone is to mess with time. So, Thanos uses it to rewind time, bring Vision back to life, grab the stone from Vision's head, killing Vision brutally, and achieving the last stone he needed to bedazzle his gauntlet of power. But hey, don't worry, Thor's there and he's OP as crap, and within seconds of Thanos getting the last stone, Thor swoops in, completely nullifies Thanos' gauntlet blast, and jams his axe into Thanos' freaking chest. But, Thanos brought up a very good point, that Thor should have aimed somewhere that would have actually killed him, like the head, cause Thanos didn't die and was able to snap his fingers, fulfilling his ultimate goal. After that, he dips, leaving the Avengers to experience one of the most insanely awesome and probably most powerful scenes in all of movie history.
Wait, what do you mean?
Dust. I wish I could show you guys the scene without getting copyrighted, because holy crap. Each Avenger that we all fell in love with for 11 years just start turning to dust, killing each and every one of them. Or, some of them. Here's a list of all the Avengers that have fallen due to the dusting in order. The Winter Soldier, half of the Wakandan warriors, Black Panther, Teenage Groot, Scarlet Witch, Bird Guy, all of the Guardians, Doctor Strange, and finally, SpiderMan. Come on, we just got a good one. Leaving only the original Avengers, aka Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, the Hulk, Black Widow, and I'm pretty sure Hawkeye alive to figure out what the heck just happened. Oh, also Nebula, Rocket, and War Machine are there too. Now all we know is that Tony and Nebula are stuck on Thanos' old homeworld, and the rest are on Earth left to figure out how to stop Thanos. The end. I mean, what do you expect? It was Thanos' superhero movie after all. After the credits, the last thing we are given is that the rest of the world is being dusted, including our boy Nick Fury. But before he was dusted, he used his pager to contact a familiar logo I think we all know and love. It was Captain Marvel. He called Captain Marvel.
Wait. I remember there being someone else that you mentioned a while ago that was part of the Avengers. What happened to, Ant-Man?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked, because there were only 2 movies to come out after that, and the first to be released was none other than Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so honestly, this movie was just pure filler. I mean, I still liked it, but it was mainly made to show where Ant-Man was during all this drama, while also kind of explaining the new rules to the quantum realm or subatomic universe. I don't know. Basically, he was trying not to get involved in superhero work, otherwise Karen would take the kids, but ends up getting caught in a superhero debacle anyways. It involved him trying to save his girlfriend's mom from the quantum realm, or whatever. They were successful, and they also find out that people can survive down there, harness its power, and also get powers from it, because her mom somehow got powers from it. I don't know. Yeah, it was alright. I guess the coolest thing for me that honestly made me way too happy was the post-credit scene where Ant-Man and his team send Ant-Man into the subatomic world to extract power from the quantum realm, but as he was down there, it's revealed that his team above that was making sure everything was okay got dusted, trapping Ant-Man in the quantum realm. I just love the consistency here and how he really was having his little side adventure while Thanos was successfully destroying half of all life. Oh, that's great. Anyways, after that movie was Captain Marvel's, and not gonna lie, I don't think that many people know of this superhero, or at least this version of them. I mean, I'm honestly just getting my information from asking friends, being like, hey, do you actually know who this character is? And they're just like, well, I heard of the name. So, I mean, sure. This movie was basically her origin story explaining who she is and where she came from. And since this movie is still in theaters, let me just warn you, spoilers. But also at the same time, if you really care about spoilers, what the heck are you doing watching this video? To summarize this movie, I'd say that the most important things that you need to know, and just some stuff I thought was cool, is that Agent Coulson is alive in this movie. That's all you need to know. I love him so much. Bring him back. No, I'm kidding. I mean, he was, but all you really need to know is that Captain Marvel was a fighter pilot from Earth who worked with a scientist named Dr. Wendy Lawson on an experimental jet engine thing that could go light speed? ? He used a power source not from this world, and because of this, it attracted some bad dudes to try to steal it. Also, this movie took place in the 90s. Throughout the movie, Marvel suffers from memory loss, fighting for these people called the Kree on a completely different world, and is being pursued by these green shapeshifter dudes called Skrulls. Or Skrulls. Skrulls? I'm gonna go with Skrulls. It's later revealed that the Kree is actually the bad dudes trying to steal Dr. Wendy Lawson's work, and the Skrulls are just really funny refugees trying to find a new home. Poor dudes. Also turns out that the power source was none other than the Tesseract, aka the Space Stone, which was pretty dope. The reason Marvel lost her memory and ended up in a completely new world was they were attacked by the Kree, ending in Dr. Lawson dying, and Captain Marvel attempting to destroy the power source to make sure it wouldn't get into the wrong hands. But doing so ended up causing her to absorb the stone's powers, wipe her memory, knock her out, and be kidnapped by the Kree. Also, the movie seems to want to let you know that Captain Marvel is super OP. And when I say that, I mean holy crap. At the end of the movie, she literally just flies up to an alien armada that turned out to be ran by the blue guy from Guardians Volume 1, flexed her muscles, and literally just scared them off. Jeez. That's awesome. After that, she gave Nick Fury a pager to call her if anything horrible shows up and threatens Earth. I guess Loki, Ultron, and Thanos before the snap just weren't worth their time. Thanks, Captain Marvel. Oh, also, throughout the movie, they have this running gag on how Nick Fury got his eye patch, and on multiple occasions, he would hurt his eye in ways that you would look at and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But all of them turn out to be not the way he loses his eye. You want to know how Nicky Boy got that eye patch? A cat. A freaking cat scratched him, and that's how he lost his eye. Nope, didn't lose his eye in an intense car crash. Nope, didn't lose his eye fighting an alien shapeshifter. Nope, the way he lost his eye was by a cat scratching it with its bitch baby claws. I mean, in his defense, the cat ended up being this thing called a flurkin that was one of the most fearsome creatures with a very high threat level, so. Oh, and Nicky Boy won't eat toast if it's cut diagonally. Who knew? Also, wait, I just thought this was cool, but the reason Nick Fury called his team the Avengers was actually based off of Captain Marvel's Air Force call sign, Avenger. I don't know, I just thought that was awesome. And yeah, that's basically everything you need to know.
Jeez, what a trip. I'm actually excited to go see Endgame now. If you'd have me.
Okay, but don't forget our deal.
I got you, BB.
Now all we have to do is wait and we can see the best movie of all time. This is taking longer than last time!
Ah!
Jordan thinks it's funny when I use the word frick instead of fuck.